Yeah. Welcome to Blazing Baseball, episode number 121,
Yes.
where we blaze through today's baseball topics. And we are Astros and Yankees fans. So we are
Yep.
watching the Marlins at Cubs.
It's a good game.
Yep. And it is in the middle of
The eighth inning.
the eighth.
Yep.
And the Cubs are winning 2-1.
In Cubbyland.
Yep.
In Chicago, Chi-Town.
And so we have a claim on waivers that happened 2 hours ago that we'll go over today on this podcast.
All right.
And another interesting title I see by ESPN, it says Los Angeles Angels equal dubious MLB milestone with 7 home runs hit in losing cause.
Oh, boy. They hit 7 home runs and lost. Wow. That's
Pretty
bad.
impressive.
Yeah. Both teams had bad pitching, but the Angels' pitching was worse.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Talking about pitching, the Astros pitching's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Astros won last night 6-0.
Yep, we'll get into that too.
Another shutout. All right, we got 14 games tonight.
Yep, and so later today we have the Pirates at Orioles. And hit a refresh on that. Something's not looking right. The pitchers list isn't there.
There it
There we go.
is. All right, we got it.
So we have the Pirates at Orioles later today with the Pirates Keller, who is 3-7, versus the Orioles Kremer, who is 3-3. And then we have the Nats at Phillies with the Nats Gray, who is 7-7, versus the Phillies Gibson, who is 6-4. And then we have the Astros at Guardians with the Astros Valdez, who is 9-4, versus the Guardians Geddes, who is zip and zip. And then we have the Rays at Tigers with the Rays Clubber, who is 7-6, versus the Tigers Garcia, who is zip and zip. And then we have the Braves at Mets with the Braves Anderson, who is 9-6, versus the Mets Walker, who is 9-2. And then we have the White Sox at Rangers with the White Sox Cease, who is 11-4, versus the Rangers Otto, who is 4-7. And then we have the Boston Bum Sox at the KC Royals with Boston's Winkowski, who is 4-5, versus the Royals Greinke, who is 3-6. And then we have the Blue Jays at the Twins with Toronto's Barrios, who is 8-4, versus the Twins Mal, who is 5-7. And then we have the Reds at Brewers with the Reds Duger, who is zip and zip, versus the Brewers Lawyer, who is 7-3. And then we have the Yanks at Cards with the Yanks Cortez, who is 9-3, versus the Cards Hudson, who is 6-6. And then we have the Rockies at D-backs with the Rockies Marquez, who is 6-9, versus the D-backs Bumgardner, who is 6-10. And then we have the Padres at Dodgers with the Padres Mania, who is 6-5, versus the Dodgers Gonsolin, who is 12-1. And then we have the Angels at Mariners with the Angels Sandoval, who is 3-7, versus the Mariners Ray, who is 8-8.
Yeah, some good games there at the late night. Okay. Astros won last night in Cleveland against the Guardians, 6-0. What? Some fantastic pitching. Of course, it's Verlander with a capital V. Oh, my God. Okay, so the Astros had 11 hits and 6 runs. Maldonado and Altuve both had doubles, and McCormick and Maldonado both had home runs. Come up with 11 hits and 6 runs. They held the Cleveland Guardians to 3 hits, no runs, a shutout. Verlander went 6 innings. He gave up 2 hits, and he had 5 strikeouts. He got his earned run average down to 1.73. And the losing pitcher was Passaic, he's 2-10 for the season. He went 4 innings. He gave up 7 hits and 4 runs. His earned run average is 4.49. Verlander is 15-3 to win in 20 games and a chance to win the Cy Young Award this year. And he had Tommy John surgery. He was out the whole year last year.
Yep.
It's an amazing story.
And the Cubs just won 2-1
Cubbies won.
over Marlins.
The Cubbies won in Cubbyland.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, they're wearing their Wrigleyville jerseys today.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yep.
Yeah, they're bright blue. Very nice uniforms. They're retro. They appear retro to me.
I believe those are the MLB new ones.
That's the new? Oh, okay. That's the new.
Or the Nike, the new Nike.
Yeah, styling.
Team.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, they're blue, royal blue. It's a great stadium to see a game. If you ever get to go to Wrigley Field, see the Cubbies. I've been there and I love it. It's old. Okay, so last night in front of 16,808 fans in Cleveland, Verlander gets the win at Progressive Field. And they're going at it tonight. Who's chucking, Mr. Colby?
Yep, at 6:10 Central Time at Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. We have Luis Garcia on the mound for the Astros, who is a right-handed pitcher who is 8-7 with a 3.81 ERA and 112 strikeouts. On the mound for the Guardians is Cal Quantrill, who is a right-handed pitcher who is 7-5 with a 4.08 ERA and 75 strikeouts.
And the lineups are in hot.
Well,
no,
refresh that page. And maybe they are.
I sure hope so. Let's see. Negatory.
All right, we'll give you all the Blazing Baseball predicted lineup.
What it says about the Houston batters. Well, Chazzy Fizz McCormick is batting .667 against the Guardians. And Kyle Tucker is batting 1,000. So that's pretty good. Their averages are pretty good against the Guardians. You got it. You popping one up.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Huh. So yeah, we have the lineup in actually.
Okay.
According to MLB.com.
Okay, I don't have it on mine.
Yeah, which is interesting because there's also MLB. I guess a different page.
Yeah.
On MLB.
But you have it.
Up first for the Astros is Altuve at second base, and then Gurriel. Also, interesting enough, we have different pitchers too. Because we're talking, so we gave you the pitchers for tomorrow's game.
We're a day off.
So,
we got to go back one day.
Yeah.
There it is. That's why. I'm sorry. There we go.
So on the mound for the Astros is Framber Valdez, who is a left-handed pitcher who is 9-4 with a 2.8 ERA and 117 strikeouts. And then on the mound for the Guardians is Hunter Gaddis, who has no stats, so this looks like it'll be his debut.
Okay, he's a new pitcher.
Yep. Up first for the Astros is Altuve at second base, batting .283, and then Gurriel at first base, batting .242, and then Alvarez at left field, batting .304, and then Bregman at third base, batting .247. Excuse me.
Good one.
Thank you. And then Mancini at DH, batting .267. And then Pena at shortstop, batting .255. And then Chazzy Fizz McCormick at right field, batting .236. And then Myers at center field, batting .214. And then Maldonado at catcher, batting .178. Up first for Cleveland is Quan at left field, batting .297. And then Rosario at shortstop, batting .290. And then Ramirez at third base, batting .282. And then Gonzalez at right field, batting .290. And then Naylor at first base, batting .273. And then Miller at DH, batting .244. And then Freeman at second base, batting .167. And then Mayle at catcher, batting .206. And then Straw at center field, batting .214.
Straw. He's the old Houston Astro. Okay. All right. And that's in Cleveland at Progressive Field.
6:10.
All right. Let's see if I got the Yankee game right here.
Yep. So
okay, I got the Yankee game
at
starters.
7:15 Central Time in Busch Stadium, St. Louis, Missouri, we have Nestor Cortez on the mound for the Yanks, who is a left-handed pitcher who is 9-3 with a 2.53 ERA and 111 strikeouts. On the mound for the Cards is Dakota Hudson, who is a right-handed pitcher who is 6-6 with a 4.1 ERA and 54 strikeouts.
And we got the lineup.
Up first for the Yanks is LeMahieu at second base, batting .289, and then Judge at center field, batting .298.
Judgy.
And then Rizzo at first base, batting .227.
Riz.
And then Torres at DH, batting .254. And then Donaldson at third base, batting .220. And then Carpenter at right field, batting .322. And then Kiner Falefa at shortstop, batting .275. And then Trevino at catcher, batting .265. And then Benintendi at left field, batting .305.
It's the new player.
And then Cards up first have Carlson at center field, batting .247. And then Edman at second base, batting .259. And then Goldschmidt at first base, batting .332. And then Arenado at third base, batting .293. And then Pujols at DH, batting .231. And then O'Neill at left field, batting .233. And then De Jong at shortstop, batting .140. And then Molina at catcher, batting .208. And then Mootbar at right field, batting .227.
All right. I just read a funny story. It said that the Yankee dream was to be in the World Series and win the World Series, and the Yankee nightmare was that Aaron Judge was playing for the Mets next year. And I will tell you, the Yankees might not win the World Series because they got to go through the Astros first, so that's going to be close. But Aaron Judge is not going to be playing on the Mets, and he's not going to be playing on the Red Sox. I can guarantee you that. So there you go. But pretty fun story for the Yankees.
Yeah.
All right. Talking about Yankees, what's the standings today, Mr. Colby?
So in the AL East, we have the Yanks 10.5 games over Toronto. In the AL Central, the Twins are 1 game over Cleveland. In the AL West, the Astros are 11.5 games over Seattle. In the NL East, the Mets are 4.5 games over the Braves. In the NL Central, the Brewers and Cards are tied for first place, 14 games over Pittsburgh. And then in the NL West, the Dodgers are 12.5 games over the Padres.
Okay. The Padres lost their first game after they got all 4 of those star players on the trade. They had the best trade, but they still lost. It'll be interesting to see what happens to them tonight. The Dodgers are 8-10 in their last 10 games. The Mets are 9-1. Houston's 5-5, and the Yankees are 5-5. But the Astros have won their last 2 games, and the Yankees have lost their last 2 games. So we got to get back on a winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can win 10 in a row again. We've done it before. We might be able to do it again.
Yep.
All right.
Definitely.
Yes.
And so I guess the story really isn't that much of a big one as I thought. That now that I'm kind of looking over it, but maybe I don't know, maybe it is, but it's just this has the color by RJ Anderson by CBSSports.com. It says Brewers lose Dinelson Lamet on waivers to Rockies days after acquiring him in Josh Hader trade. Lamet was able to reject an optional assignment based on his service time.
Oh, so he had enough time where he had veteran status. Okay.
Oh, so he
was able to not accept the position. Interesting. So then he got picked up. He's happier he's picked up to the Rockies. He wants to go to Colorado.
Oh, instead of going to assignment.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So it worked out for him.
Yeah, worked out for him.
That's cool.
And then it's Apple TV announcing on Friday nights they will have double headers in September.
Nice.
So they're listing 5 weekends, 5 Fridays in September, and they're all double headers now. And it's all free, and anybody can watch it if they have an internet connection. So that's fun for everybody. Everybody gets to watch a double header on Friday nights from Apple.
Yes. Excuse me. And then, actually, an article I did see earlier today. It is by USA Today. Andrew Joseph. It says umpire Phil Cuzzy baited Gabe Kapler into ejection in wild sequence during Dodgers Giants game. And so
Evil umpire.
Yeah, this is a really good article. There is some clips on it, but basically the Dodgers have started this trend, which watching it cracks me up. But they got an RBI, at least one, and it shows them in the dugout, and they're all doing this motion, and that apparently basically pissed, I guess, like for hits, they're like hitting their head. I don't know. It looks funny though, and it pissed off the Giants pitcher, and so he like did it to Mookie Betts like at like one point, and
I was wondering what they were doing because they almost started getting in a fight. I saw it.
Yeah.
And but I didn't know what they were doing. I couldn't figure that out.
And then the umpire apparently starts lecturing the pitcher on sportsmanship after he does that to Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
And then Gabe Kepler, who has never been ejected before, starts yelling at the telling him, "What are you doing? Like following my pitcher back to the dugout? To do this. Like this isn't your job."
Right. And the Dodgers were doing it.
Yeah, and the Dodgers were doing it too. And I find the whole thing pretty hysterical.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
And I think this is the beginning of this rivalry. We're getting to the heat of it.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
The Dodgers and the Padres hate each other. So doing this is gonna with each other is just gonna piss each other off.
Isn't baseball great?
Oh yeah, isn't baseball great?
Because I was watching the game and I saw Mookie do that, but I didn't realize what he was doing. And then the pitcher started screaming, and then it was just funny as hell because it doesn't seem like it's a big deal either way. Who cares? Why would the umpire even get involved in something like that? It just seems so funny. I mean, the Dodgers can hit themselves in the head if they want to hit themselves in the head.
Yeah. Like there's so much layers to this.
It's pretty funny, but that's why we like baseball. The baseball players are pretty kooky. They can do some pretty funny stuff. So it certainly makes it interesting for the fans and fun.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a good watch if you can get the article pulled up.
Yeah, and Mookie was funny because he was saying, "I don't know."
because apparently the umpire was like asking him like why was he doing that? Like what was that all about? And then Mookie's like, I don't know, and you have to ask him about it.
Well, hopefully we can see the game tonight to see if they're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you know what? What stadium are they playing in? Wait a minute. Let's see. Do we know what stadium they're playing in tonight? Because it might be
Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
It's definitely
They're in LA. Yeah. Okay.
definitely a
it's
late night game.
Yes, the 10 o'clock game.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll be watching late tonight to see if I can see the Dodgers smacking themselves in the head.
Yep. Definitely
to piss off the pitcher.
Definitely worth a sacrifice sleep for that.
Yeah, I gotta get up early too.
Yeah, no, me too. I'm going to bed.
Okay.
I'll watch the highlights.
I'll tell you what happened.
Yeah. I'll definitely the head motion banging
Yeah,
highlights.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay.
It'll be a good time.
It's a fun Friday night for baseball.
Fun Friday night for baseball, exactly. And any other baseball topics we're gonna go over today on this baseball podcast?
Happy Friday night to everybody. Enjoy.
Happy Friday to everyone, and we'll catch you all here Blazing Baseball, tomorrow, Blazing Baseball, Blazing 3 tomorrow's baseball topics. Peace.
Peace out.
2033.